Welcome, and we're going to do some seated breath work, some meditation today. So find yourself a really comfortable seat, and you might wiggle around a little bit and really feel the sits bones sitting down into your chair, and thinking about how your pelvis is tilted. A lot of times we'll either tuck the tailbone under so we're really extra round, or maybe we have like a big sway back and we're tipping the tailbone forward. See if you can find a nice even spine where you have that little curve in the bottom of the spine, but you're not too far tipped down. And sometimes we have a tendency to lean forward. So see if you can get the spine over the hips, the head over the spine, really sitting up nice and tall, but it doesn't have to be rigid, not too tall. Make it comfortable, right? Like there's no reason to suffer or make yourself sit in a posture that's not comfortable for you. So that also might mean that you sit against the back of your chair if that's what's most comfortable. That's okay too. And then I'll invite you to just start a little body scan. How does my head feel? How are my shoulders? Can I relax them? How are my hands? Are there any tension? Can I relax them? Is there any tension in my legs? Can I, maybe march that out or relax my legs? And then if you like, you can close your eyes. And if that's not accessible, no worries. You can lower your gaze. You can look at one point of focus. You can do whatever you need to do so that you can go inward. And as we go inward and we observe, how do I feel in my body today without judgment? So it's fine to say, oh, I feel tired, or I can feel some tingling, or whatever it is. But try not to be too hard on yourself. We're just coming at the meditation with an open mind, with a beginner's mind, with a mindset of, I am enough already. I am complete already. And everything we're doing is just enhancing and adding to that a little bit. So bring your attention to the breath. In and out through the nose where you can. And if you can't, don't worry. Breathing in through the mouth is fine. I'm going to invite the breath into the belly. Letting the belly rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. We're going to try a quick breathing pattern, a 2x2 breathing pattern where we breathe in for 2, a count of 2, and out for a count of 2. And if this feels too fast, if you feel like you're hyperventilating, if you feel like this is not working in your body, as with everything, it's only a suggestion. So maybe you count to 3 or you do something different. But try this breathing pattern, see how it feels in your body, inhaling through the nose into the belly, and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling fully, fill the lungs, and exhale. Inhale, the ribs expand, and exhale, they come back. Continue in your own pace, in your own breathing pattern, in for a count of 2, and out for a count of 2. And on your next inhale, hold the breath at the top, just until you feel that need to breathe, just until you feel like you really want to let it go, and then let it out nice and slowly, all the way out. And when you've let go of all the air, squeeze the belly, get out any last little bits, and then inhale slowly. And we'll hold the breath at the top, maybe 5, maybe 10 seconds, again, just until you really feel that urge to let it go. And when you feel like it's time, letting it out nice and slowly. all the way out. And when you reach the bottom, use the stomach muscles. Let all the air out. And then when inhaling, nice and slowly back up to the top. Holding the breath at the top just for 5 or 10 seconds. And when you feel that urge, letting it all go slowly. And then returning the breath to normal, however your body wants to breathe. Bring some movement into the hands, maybe opening and closing the palms. Maybe circling the wrists, one direction and the other direction. Maybe pointing and flexing the feet. And then if you like, rubbing the hands together to generate a little bit of heat. And then covering the eyes to gently blink them open, letting the light come in slowly. Maybe give yourself a little massage around the temples if that feels good. Maybe working your way down to the back of the neck a little bit. And then coming back into that nice tall seat. Maybe you wiggle, or maybe you move your shoulders up and down if that feels good. Or maybe you roll the neck a little bit if that feels good, one direction and the other direction. It's nice to bring in a little bit of movement once we've been sitting for a little while. And then I'm going to teach you a breathing pattern called the breath of joy. Some people like to do this from a standing position. You can also do it from a seated position. I'm going to back up a little bit. This breath is a 3-part inhale and a big exhale. So when you do it seated, we're going to go inhale with the arms up, inhale with the arms out, inhale with the arms up again, and then a big exhale to fold over the legs. And so it looks like this, and you can join in when you're ready. In, out. One more. And then come back into your seat. If your hair got messed up, that's okay. Just shake it out. If you are feeling really energized, you might want to keep this energy going and do some twists with some breathing. So you can either twist and stay there, or you can inhale to one side, exhale to the center, inhale to the other side, exhale to the center, and repeat, inhaling to one side, exhaling to the center, inhaling to the other side, and exhaling to the center. And again, maybe you shake it out. Maybe you march your feet a little bit, or roll the ankles and the wrists. And we're going to do a little bit of stretching and a lion's breath. So the stretch with this one, we're going to bring the right arm up first, bend at the elbow, and reach down the back as you're giving yourself a pat on the back. If you're super flexible, some people can reach behind and grab for the opposite fingertips. If that's not you today, if that's not you this lifetime, that's fine. You can use the opposite hand on the elbow, or if you have a yoga strap, you can use it to grab on one end and then grab the other, and it's kind of up to you. But you feel the stretch in the arm, maybe you feel the opening in the shoulder, sitting up nice and tall. And we'll take a deep breath in, and we're going to exhale open mouth with the tongue out. We'll do 3 of these. Here's what it looks like: an inhale in and an exhale. And an inhale in. Exhale with the lion's breath. An inhale in. And an exhale with the lion's breath. And then we can slowly unbend that elbow. Maybe you want to clasp the hands and press the palms away. Come up top and let the hands come by the side. And if that felt good, you can do it again with the opposite grip. So putting the opposite thumb on top, turning the palms away, stretching up back a little bit, bringing the palms towards the ceiling and letting the hands fall down by your side. And we'll do that again, but this time on the left side with the lion's breath. So bringing the left arm up, 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 reaching high towards the ceiling, and then bending the elbow, and you might use the arm on the elbow, or if you're really flexy, you might grab for opposite fingertips. I cannot do that on this side, so I'm going to stick to this, which is fine because we don't want to strain or strive for anything. 50 to 70% of your max effort is plenty. And we'll do the same thing here, finding a nice tall spine, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling with the lion's breath. Inhaling through the nose. And one more, inhaling. Exhale, open mouth. And then slowly unbending the left. Maybe we give ourselves a big hug in one direction. Squeezing, opening up those shoulder blades. And then switching which hand is on top and giving ourselves a big hug the other direction. Opening up the upper back. Breathing nice and gently, slowly in through the nose, out through the nose. And then shaking it out. Relaxing. Pressing the feet into the ground. Pressing the sits bones into the chair. Finding a nice, gentle but tall spine. Finding the breath. It might be that your heart's beating faster. Those are pretty intense, the lion's breath, which is fine. So maybe you feel the heartbeat in the chest. Maybe your breathing's quickened. Slow down the breath. Extend the exhales. Inhaling normally. And then a long, slow exhale. We'll do one more energy building breath before we do a final relaxation. So this one is breathing in through the mouth with a rolled tongue. So most people can do this, but some people genetically cannot roll their tongue like that. And if that's you, that's okay. Just stick the tongue behind the teeth gently. It's fine. You'll just breathe kind of in through your teeth if a rolled tongue just isn't possible. Otherwise, we'll roll the tongue to breathe in like you're sipping through a straw. And then exhale through the nose. This is opposite of what we do a lot of times, so it might feel a little funny at first. Inhaling through a rolled tongue. And exhaling through the nose. Take it at your own pace. Think about filling the belly, filling the ribs. We'll do one more like that. And find your best relaxation posture. So this might mean that you scoot back and you lean against the back of your chair, or maybe you stick a pillow behind you, maybe you put on an extra layer if you're someone who gets chilly. And then close your eyes if you like, or lower your gaze, coming back to how it feels to be in your body today, giving yourself some gratitude for showing up, breathing into that heart center and cultivating this feeling of gratitude, and maybe stating a mantra even ahead of feeling fully energized. The mantra could be, I am full of energy, I have enough energy, I feel awake and lively. And cultivating that gratitude for that feeling of awakeness, of alertness. Cultivating gratitude for those moments when you feel really energized, when you feel full of the ability to do any of the things that you want to do. Gratitude is a really powerful emotion. Our body wants so badly to mimic whatever our thoughts are. And so the more thoughts we have of, I can do it, I am grateful for being able to do it, I have the energy to do it, the more the body wants to mirror those thoughts and give you the strength, the capacity, the capability to do all of the things. Take some time to breathe into your toes, breathe into your feet, breathe into your shins, and breathe into your knees. Breathe into your thighs and your hips. Breathe into your belly. Breathe into your chest. Breathe into your shoulders. Breathe into the backs of the hands, the tops of the wrists. Breathe into the lower arms, the elbows, the biceps. Breathe into the neck and the chin, the cheeks, the face, the eyes. Breathe into your ears and breathe into the crown of the head. Breathe into the back of the head and the back of the neck. Let the breath travel all the way down the spine, each vertebrae individually, all the way down to the coccyx, to the tailbone. Breathe into your bum on the seat and the hamstrings and the back of the legs. Breathe into the calves and the heels, the sole of the feet. Breathe from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head, and from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. And then gently bring some movement into the extremities, maybe rubbing the thumbs against the fingertips, maybe curling the toes and flexing them away from the floor. Maybe bringing in some gentle movements into the arms, maybe walking the hips if that feels good, or arching the spine. And when you're ready, you can slowly blink open the eyes, coming back into the room, coming back into your day.